उन्मिलितनेन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा गदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादानं सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Okay. Hare Krishna devotees, please welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today I am reading verse 39 and 40. Let me share my screen. Okay. Let me recite the verse. भविष्यतस्तवा भद्रौ अभद्रे जातरादमो लोकान् सपालां स्त्रिंशण्डी मुहुराक्रन्दायिष्यतः। भविष्यतस्तव भद्रौ अभद्रे जाटरादमो लोकान् सपालां स्त्रिंशण्डी मुहुराक्रन्दायिष्यतः। भविष्यतः will take birth. Tava, your Abhadra, two contemptuous sons. Abhadre, O unlucky one. Jatara, Jataradamo, born of a condemned womb. Lokan, all planet. Sapalam, with their ruler. Trin, three. Chandi, 41. Muhu, constantly. Akrandaishataha, will cause lamentation. Translation. O haughty one, you will have two contemptuous sons born of your condemned womb. Unlucky woman, they will cause constant lamentation to all the three words. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Contemptuous sons are born of the condemned womb of their mother. In Bhagavad Gita 1.40, it is said, when there is deliberate negligence of regulative principles of religious life, the women as a class become polluted, and as a result, there are unwanted children. This is especially true for boys. If the mother is not good, there cannot be good sons. The learned Kashyapa could foresee the character of sons who could be born of the condemned womb of Diti. The womb was condemned because of mothers being too sexually inclined and thus transgressing all the laws and injunctions of the scriptures. In a society where such women are predominant, one should not expect good children. Let me read text 40 also. Praninam hanyamananam deenanam atradagasam strinam nigrahayamananam kopiteshu mahatmaso. Praninam, when the living entities, hanyamananam, being killed, deenanam, of the poor, Akritagasam, of the faultless, Strinam, of the women, Nigrayamananam, being tortured, Kopiteshu, being enraged, Mahatmaso, when the great souls. Translation, They will kill poor, faultless living entities, torture women, and enrage the great souls. Purport. Demoniac activities are predominant when innocent, faultless living entities are killed. Women are tortured, and the great soul engaged in Krishna consciousness are enraged. In a demoniac society, innocent animals are killed to satisfy the tongue, and women are tortured by unnecessarily sexual indulgence. Where there are women and meat, there should be liquor and sex indulgence. When these are prominent in society, by God's grace, one can expect a change in the social order by Lord himself or by his bona fide representative. Okay. So for the act of union between Kashyapa and Diti is over, and Kashyapa started talking to Diti. If you see the previous verse, 28, he is actually blaming Diti. Let me read the translation here. Kashyapa is saying, because of your minds being polluted, because of defilement of the particular time, because of your negligence of my directions, and because of your being apathetic to the demigods, everything is inauspicious. So, Kashyapa is actually blaming Diti here. If you see Kashyapa, he is actually very learned Muni, and he is very spiritually advanced, and he is Trikala Jnani. We can understand he is Trikala Jnani by looking at today's verse. He is actually saying that to Diti that you are going to give birth to two contemptuous sons, and they will cause constant lamentation to all the three words. And also he's saying that they will kill poor, faultless living entities, torture women, and enrich the great souls. So when you see this, he's basically, he can foresee what is going to happen, but still he was not able to stop himself, right? So, I mean, Prabhupada is saying that because both were afflicted with the sex desire, they were not able to stop themselves. So both were equally responsible. I was thinking why Kashyapa was not able to stop himself. So I could think of few reasons. Like one is Daivi Hisha Gunamaya Mama Maya Duratya. Krishna himself says that it's very hard to cross over the Maya. And also another thing is Prakriti Priyamanani Gunai Karmani Sarvashaha. Meaning I'm not the one doing this, right? So Maya is actually, when Maya allures, my guna will end up doing that act, right? Combination of Maya and my guna will push us to do something which is not, good. So there is one more higher truth I can think of. One is above Maya and or Guna. If Krishna is willing, then nobody can stop it. So I could think of two examples, like Srila Prabhupada, when he was sitting in a park and one of the person he was talking to him, he actually said, no, we already have temples and devotees all over the world. There is only one thing that is separating us is time. Basically, he's not even using the future tense. He's saying that he's already there. These temples and devotees are already there, right? That means that is already manifested. Only the time is separating these two events. So the similar language Krishna also used in the battlefield when Arjuna said, "I don't want to fight. I don't want to kill all the warriors and all my relatives." Actually, Krishna said, Drona, Bhishma, Karna, and all other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore, go and kill them. Don't get disturbed, right? Here also he's saying that they are already killed, but actually they are still standing in front of them, right? So when Krishna desires, the job is actually completed at that time, but only the time is separating, seeing the result of the event. So I think, in this case, Krishna is already, thought of Jaya and Vijaya should take birth as Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, and he is using Kashyapa as his instrument. So when Krishna decides, then where is the place for Maya or Guna? Right? That's what I was thinking. And another thing I was thinking was in today's verse and also last few verses says that act of union should be done at an auspicious time. It should not be done whimsically. That the time of union plays a major role in begetting, righteous sons. That's what Prabhupada is also saying in verse 38. Um, if you see this one, according to the Vedic society, there is a suitable, auspicious time for sex life, which is called a time for Garbhadhana. Diti neglected all the principles of scriptural injunction, and therefore, although she was very anxious for auspicious children, she was informed that her children would not be worthy to be sons of Brahmana, right? So, um, so when I read this one, actually Garbhadhana Samskara caught my eye. I wanted to understand more about this Samskara because earlier I was thinking that Garbhadhana Samskara is kind of a ritual where a yajna is performed and then they will arrange the union. So actually, after reading this, actually, I got a lot of details from one of the seminar conducted on this topic in Chowpatty, Mumbai. That's a detailed seminar. I just got few points and just want to talk about those things today. So that Garbhadhana Samskara is actually one of the Samskara in Shodashopachara Samskara. Shodashopachara meaning the 16 Samskaras. Garbhadhana Samskara is the first Samskara. And let me go through all the Samskara quickly. Then we can come back and discuss about this. And the next one is Pumsavanam Samskara. Pun means actually move, and Savanam means ceremony. Actually, it is when fetus starts moving. This is performed to assure that fetus is safe throughout the pregnancy and is not miscarried. So that's why now this samskara is performed, on third or fourth month of pregnancy. And next samskara is Simantam Nayanam. So we usually say this as Simanta or Simantam, right? So the actual word is Simantam Nayanam. Sima means boundary and Anta means end. Simantam An means open, Nayanam means eyes. So Simantam Nayanam meaning open your eyes and transcend the boundaries and limitation because this is done on the 7th or 8th month of pregnancy. So very soon the baby will come out of the mother, and that's why this this samskara is performed. And next one is Jata Karma Samskara. Jata means brought into existence. Karma means action. Jata Karma means rite of passage when one is born. And the fifth one is Namakaranam. So everybody knows this. And this is basically name giving ceremony. This is done on the 7th day. And sixth samskara is Nishkramana, meaning this is first outgoing. So it's first outing performed on the 4th month after the birth. Basically, baby and mother are taken to the temple first time. And seventh samskara is Annaprashana. This is actually eating food ceremony. This is the first intake of food apart from the mother's milk. This is done usually on 6th or 8th month after the child is born. And the 8th samskara is Choda Karma. It's also called as Mundan ceremony. Basically, the hair of the child is shaved off. So the belief is the hair from birth is associated with undesirable trait from the past life. So it signifies the freedom from the past and moving into the future. Ninth samskara is Karna Vedana. Karna means ear, Vedana means piercing, which is actually ear piercing ceremony. And Vidyarambha. Vidya means knowledge, Arambha means starting. So basically, child is introduced to the word of knowledge through this samskara. And 11th samskara is Upanayanam. Upa means near or bringing near to. Nayanam means eyes. Bringing near to the eyes, meaning, basically bringing near to the eyes of Guru. So usually after Upanayanam, uh, kids will go to Gurukula to study Veda. So that's why in the next samskara is called Vedarambha. Basically, in Gurukula, kids will learn Veda. And 13th samskara is Keshanta. When boy was, this is Keshanta, meaning it's the first shaving of the beard when he is about 16-year-old. The same samskara is for the girl. That's called Ritu Suddhi, and this is actually performed after girl's first menstruation. And 14th samskara is Samavartana. Sama means equal. Vartana means behavior. Basically, Samavartana means Guru is telling the student, you are equal to me. That means, it's the end of student life. And the 15th samskara is Vivaha. This is marriage ceremony. And 16th is Antyasti. We also call it as Antya samskara or last rite. Right. So these are 16 samskaras. And the first one is Garbhadhana samskara. You can, if you ask what is the importance does it carry when compared to the rest of samskara? Actually, it is said that this samskara carries 90% importance when compared to the rest of the samskara, because 90% of samskara comes from how well you do this samskara. As I said, I thought initially it was a ritual. It is one time doing yajna or some kind of ritual, but it is actually a process. Basically, many times we would have heard Prabhupada says, don't give birth to cats and dogs. So what he means is, the mentality is like ahara nidra bhayamaitana, right? So usually, if a person has eating, sleeping, hearing, and mating mentality, uh, so they are equivalent to cats and dogs, right? So to to have good characteristics, you need to, one needs to perform Garbhadhana Samskara. And also, few people say that, once kid is born, if they are in a good environment, we can give good samskara. But actually, scripture says that intelligence comes from two way. They are called pravaha and prabhava. Pravaha is association, prabhava means samskara. So whatever, association meaning, once the kid takes birth in one particular family, what are the culture they are going to give to the kid, that affects only the 10% of it. It is going to grasp only 10% of it. 90% it comes from the prabhava, meaning it's a previous samskara. So when we do this Garbhadhana samskara, it is believed that a good soul will enter into the body. So that's why, you will get a good samskara. I said this is the process. In that seminar also, they are talking about this. And actually, it is suggested that this process should be done at least for a year. After hearing this process, if somebody thinks that it is too complicated, then it should be rock bottom is, at least it should be followed for 3 months. So this samskara has two aspects. One is physical aspect and another one is mental aspects. Physical aspects are, there are four things in physical aspects. And the one is control over the food. Basically, as Bhagavad Gita 17 chapter says, the couple should have mode of goodness food. That is rasayukta food, meaning juicy, fatty, meaning you should have a ghee, wholesome food, and which is pleasing to the heart. And no Rajasa food or no Tamoguna food, meaning no junk food, no salty food, no pungent food. Couple should have, a mode of goodness food. And second one is exercise. Exercise should be done because by eating food, prana shakti increases. We need to exercise the prana shakti. It is believed that it purifies the virya and womb. So that's why this should be done. And the third one is very important, brahmacharya. After marriage also, we need to follow brahmacharya at least for that 1 year, because a controlling mind actually strengthens the virya, that is the belief. That's why this should be strictly observed. And on the Union Day, this actually Prabhupada says on the Union Day you need to do 50 mala, and he also said that there is no excuse to that. And because many people said that it is very difficult to do 50 mala on the Garbhadhana Samskara day, then Prabhupada said, you are also asking for a great soul, then you should do 50 rounds. There is no excuse. And then he said, at least you do 40 rounds in the morning and 10 rounds after dinner. So, also, okay, in that seminar, they also gathered all the statistics. I found it very interesting. So whoever has done this 50 malas, right? And that couple have not, they have not conceived very quickly, because the reason is they are really serious. They are really asking for great soul. It will take more time. And for people who are slackened, they got conceived. Okay. And I was thinking of two examples. When Madhvacharya was born, before that, his father Madhyageha and his mother Vedavati, actually they observed the samskara for 12 years, and then they gave birth to Madhvacharya. And also Sutapa and Prishni, they actually observed the samskara for 12,000 years. And after that, they gave birth to Prishni Garbha. So that is the importance of this samskara. So this is about the physical side of it. And mental aspect to this is couples should have same mindset, meaning it says that couples should sit and decide what kind of child they want, boy child or girl child. Because Garbhadhana Samskara also talks about Rutukala Samagam, meaning union, about the union. So they say that if couple wants a boy child, then they need to have Samagam, meaning union on even days, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And if they are looking for a girl child, then they need to observe this samskara on odd days, meaning 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. Basically, the days are counted from the monthly cycle. That's what it says. And the samskara should happen between 10 to 12 in the night. And also, there are some clause to that. If one of the spouse is not interested, then the samskara should be postponed. And if there is stress, if one of the spouse is feeling stress, or if they are not feeling well, if something happened in the family, then this should be postponed, because the same consciousness will be passed on to the kid. So rock bottom is what Prabhupada says is, one should follow all the mental aspect of it, and one should do 50 rounds of mala. And there is also, you need to choose the right tithi. I didn't talk about that because there is a big thing on that too. So one should follow that. And also Prabhupada says you should take Ashirvad, meaning you should take blessings from your Guru, parents, and Brahmanas. And he also said that, whenever you are observing Garbhadhana Samskara, you should go into the society and tell all the elderly people and take blessings from them. So these are the few points I gathered from the seminar, which is conducted in Chowpatty, Mumbai. I don't know if this is a very sensitive topic, but I just choose to talk about this. If I committed any mistakes, please forgive me. I'll end here. If you have any comments or feedback, please go ahead and share your reflections. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Please accept my humble obeisances. Our glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances.
I was thinking you really brought it up very late. You should have presented this class way earlier. Having said that, I'm also having a comment. The comment I'm thinking is Bhagavad Dharma is very powerful. So Bhagavad Dharma can take it over because you also mentioned about the tithis and the timing. So while following all these things, but one forgets the purpose, then it's not going to be, it will be a miss. Basically, it's not not a negative, but it's a miss in some part. So that's what my thought is going. That traditional process is there, and the appreciation is like how much powerful is the traditional process, and then comes how much powerful will be the Bhagavad Dharma. So that's what my thought is going to.
That's true, Prabhu. Even I was thinking about that. But when Prabhupada said you need to observe, that's why now I just wanted to know more about that. Otherwise, I believe if you are following Bhagavad Dharma, you don't need to observe ritualistic things.
When I was distributing Bhagavatam sets, I remember one time at Lemon Temple, I was having a dialogue with a lady from Detroit, and she was telling, no, you should be pure and you should be clean and all those things. And then Krishna's mercy, I was inspired to ask her, how practical it is. You're getting up in the morning and running to office and coming back. Where do you have any energy or anything to do anything good for you?
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side, Bhagavatam is not setting any conditions, and why not receive all the help and try to make our life better. She got convinced and took the book. That kind of stayed like impression for me. So, but thank you for all the details. And yes, pretty sure like it is late class, at least for me. Yeah, but it's very helpful.
Yeah, even I didn't know that this is a process. I thought it was kind of ritual. Yeah.
Yeah. The other side also, like this kind of things also brings us to the acceptance that many of us, because of the process, we think like we are pure devotees. We are on the top of the world like that. But this kind of things also brings us to the acceptance that we are not. We are not, because I also remember very specifically when I was going for a Brahmin initiation, I was asked to read Brahmana Vaishnava book. And from that book, what the main qualification for a Brahmana I gathered is like how Gautama Muni accepts Satyakama Javalam.
Mhm.
You know, you know, just being real. Actually, that's what the quality is, Brahmanical quality. So this kind of things, Vedic process helps us come to the point that we're actually not in a position to make it anywhere closer to perfection. Somehow, the mercy is drawing us like that. So
Yes, Prabhu.
again, thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your comments. Anybody else have any sharings?
Thank you so much, Prabhu. I think you brought it up saying that it is not a ritual, it is a real science, right? I think the way
Exactly.
the whole details or the practical things are involved. And also the other thing mentioned about it is the major samskara, not like the other ones. People follow some of the other samskaras maybe as a rituals, but this one is the major samskara because this is the foundation for the child, right? For everything else to happen in future for all the 17 other samskaras.
Yeah.
If the soul itself is not having that previous piety to invite in the mother's womb and may not help so much, right? With the other samskaras, even if one performs. So it is the foundation. So
Yes, Prabhu. When I didn't have any knowledge about this, when I read this one, when I heard that seminar, it was really, I mean, I started appreciating our scriptures. It talks about so many things, but it is not passed on to everybody, right? Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please accept my
That was really informative, Prabhuji. Yeah, I knew the sanskaras, but I've really not heard the details of it. I was also interested in the lecture that you're mentioning about the Triparty lecture. Would you mind sharing with me?
Sure, Mataji. I can send it to you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. I think if there are no more questions, then we can stop here. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। ग्रंथराज भागवतम की जय।